Let's go over yesterday's recap for Thursday, January 3rd. I traded Apple and NVDA today, but kind of missed to make screenshots of my trades, so I have to use my charting software for this recap. Here you can see Apple gapped down after reporting a miss of guidance, and it reacted hard and dropped like 8 or 9% overnight, which personally I think it's just an overreaction. There's no reason for this. I don't know. It just didn't seem right, or yeah. So nevertheless, I knew there's gonna be a lot of action in Apple today, and I was going to sit tight. And this week has been a red week so far, and I feel like a lack in confidence when it comes to my trades. And a friend of mine always calls this being trigger shy, and yesterday I definitely was. For me in total, it was a break-even trade after commissions, and I took 3 or 4 trades in Apple, but none of them stuck. Actually, they would have, but I just didn't give it enough room as Apple was moving very, very fast, and I wasn't even able to read the tape at all. And I just like use the chart, and I usually don't like trading off of the chart. And well, like I have to, as I didn't make any screenshots yesterday, I have to use my stats to see my entries and exits. So out of the open, it looked like it would drop and go further down. I had support. You can see I had my pivots and supports. I had it 142.50, 145 was the level. Then above I have 146.50s that held the days before or somewhere in the past. Nevertheless, my first entry was at 140.32. I think it was here. But I took it. I mean, it was a drop of $1.50, and I missed it completely. I immediately took off the trade when we spiked up here, and it came down, and like it was within this minute. It traded like, I don't know. It's like it made a range all the time. I wish I had smaller time frames to see how erratic it was trading. I just didn't like the action. So it was the first trade. It didn't. I took it off, and it would have worked out. I had even the 145 level held like to the cent, but it just spiked up. There was no way I could have gotten this trade out of the open unless I had put in an order immediately, but that was too much risk for me. So the second trade I tried was at 946. I think it was around here when we dropped VWAP. I went short on the break of 144. So, but once again, I took. What did I do? Actually, no, that's wrong. I took a long. I was going for a VWAP pop. So I went long on at 144, but took off the trade at 143.80. So I had 20 cents and took the loss, and actually it dropped down but found support. So there was the second trade, small loss here. Then the third trade was at exactly at 10. That must have been here, and I used 140. Yeah, I used here, exactly here. I used the 144. support for long, and oh no, that's wrong. What did I do? Well, I can't even remember. I remember later I took the. Okay, I can't remember what I did here. I think I was going. No, actually, I. No, it was here. 10:01 exactly. I wanted to go for after this drop. I was watching 144 for the crack below, and I took a short here, and yeah, but I immediately stopped out as it came back off. So came back up. I just didn't like. I just I didn't trust Apple. So I had the support at 142.50, but later when it got there, and there was this kind of reaction, but it didn't look like it was done, and looked like it would go way further. So I didn't trust it. Here, this would have been like a decent entry. Like you get the low, um, then you get a reject. Here you bounce up, make a move up, and here you make a lower high, and you can use like I should have used 142.50 the crack for a long. Um, well, I didn't. I kind of missed it, but that's all right. Later here, I watched 145, and I used there was a big order at 145 on the offer, and I placed the short just below. I was filled, and I mean it was a huge order. It was taken out immediately, and it made like a huge move up. Um, I just watched it and took off the. I knew it would retest 145. I took it off, like it made like a 2 cent loss, as I thought maybe 145 would hold and give support for a move higher. It cracked, but I was already out. For a moment, I was thinking about like adding at 145 50s, but the move was so strong. I didn't trust it. Like just to add and giving me an average of 25s, and it would have been a decent trade. But well, yeah, that was Apple. I was more or less just watching it yesterday, and yeah, I have probably have to get used to the higher wall, or the higher volume now that we're in the new year, and there's more action coming into the market. The other trade was NVDA. And I used it for a bounce. I had 129, and I took several steps. NVIDIA was hovering around the 129 for quite some time, so I took this long. I didn't take profit at 75. My target was 30 for a dollar at least. It didn't stick. I took it off. Break even. Then I tried again. It didn't reach. It rejected and made lower. So I took it off break even again, and then I tried it again. Stuck with it. Um, did not add here. Um, Again, took a partial here, and just stuck with the rest. Um, I had my next target at I think 127.50s. I had another order, but it wasn't filled, and I just stuck with it, and I took off the trade around 131ish. Yeah, 131ish. I took it off. So it wasn't. I don't know. It's maybe it was, yeah, $3. But just on tiny size, as you know, as I said, it was very trigger shy yesterday, but my confidence got back. I did take some mental trades, like I did take some mental trades like here when we tested 3150s and made a backside trade, and I anticipated um, the drop here below 131. I watched it and even in dropped it. I mean, NVDA, the volume was rather low, and I just didn't like the spread was too wide. I hesitated. Definitely, I hesitated, but eventually the trade would have worked out. Not that I would have taken it all the way down, but like even here would have been a good entry. Um, yeah, that was Thursday. I'm looking forward to Friday, and the market is gapping up today. Uh, and yeah, let's see what turns out. Have to be next week. I'm gonna take lower my size again, in case you're wondering, and I hope that helps to get back some confidence and be less trigger shy and to be more confident in taking my entries. Thank you.